Welcome to TRK Studio, where timeless interior design meets calm, elegant living. In today's video, we explore Chanel-inspired winter elegance for small apartments. If you enjoy refined spaces, thoughtful details, and quiet luxury, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. As you look at this winter living room, imagine coming home to a space that feels calm the moment you step inside. Every element here is chosen with care, from the soft neutral tones to the tailored furniture inspired by classic Chanel elegance. This room doesn't try to impress loudly. Instead, it invites you to slow down, to notice texture, light, and balance. Even in a small apartment, this approach creates a sense of quiet luxury. It's about comfort, refinement, and the feeling that this room truly understands you. Notice how this living room feels open, even within limited space. That's the beauty of thoughtful proportions and restrained design. The Chanel-inspired palette keeps everything calm and cohesive, while subtle contrasts add depth without noise. As you watch, imagine winter evenings spent here, wrapped in warmth and soft light. This space speaks gently, offering elegance without effort. It proves that a small apartment can feel timeless when every detail has purpose and nothing feels rushed or excessive. This scene invites you to appreciate simplicity done well. The furniture lines are clean, the textures are rich, and the atmosphere feels quietly confident. Chanel aesthetics are present not as decoration, but as an attitude of refinement and balance. As you take it in, notice how nothing competes for attention. Instead, everything works together to create harmony. This is the kind of living room that feels comforting in winter, elegant all year, and deeply personal without ever feeling showy. Here, winter elegance reveals itself through calm composition and soft lighting. The room feels warm without heaviness, refined without stiffness. Chanel-inspired details bring a sense of structure, while country influences soften the mood. As you watch, imagine how this space supports everyday living: quiet mornings, slow afternoons, peaceful evenings. This living room isn't about trends. It's about creating a home that feels reassuring, familiar, and beautifully put together, even in a compact apartment. This living room shows how warmth and elegance can exist together effortlessly. Soft fabrics, gentle colors, and classic shapes create a space that feels welcoming from every angle. Chanel influence appears in the restraint, the balance, the confidence of simplicity. As you move through the scene, notice how winter comfort is layered thoughtfully rather than added all at once. This approach makes the room feel timeless, calm, and perfectly suited for relaxed, elegant living. In this scene, elegance feels natural and unforced. The Chanel-inspired design language keeps everything composed, while subtle country elements add softness. As you look closer, the textures begin to speak: woven fabrics, smooth wood, gentle light. This is a living room designed for real life, especially during winter, when comfort matters most. It reminds us that luxury doesn't need to be loud. Sometimes, it's simply about creating a space that feels right. This living room invites you to slow your pace and breathe a little deeper. The neutral tones and tailored furnishings create visual calm, while warm lighting adds emotional comfort. Chanel aesthetics guide the structure, but the feeling is approachable and lived in. As you imagine spending time here, you can sense how this space supports rest and reflection. Even in a small apartment, thoughtful design can create a sense of ease and quiet elegance. Here, texture becomes the main story. Soft upholstery, gentle fabrics, and refined finishes work together to create winter warmth without clutter. Chanel-inspired contrasts add subtle definition, helping the room feel polished yet inviting. As you watch, notice how the space feels balanced and intentional. Nothing feels accidental. This living room shows that true elegance often lies in what's carefully left out, allowing comfort and beauty to shine naturally. This scene highlights the power of restraint. Clean lines, muted colors, and classic details create a living room that feels composed and serene. Chanel aesthetics bring confidence and clarity, while the winter palette adds softness. As you imagine living here, you can feel how the space encourages calm routines and peaceful evenings. It's a reminder that a small apartment can feel expansive when design choices are made with care and intention. In this living room, winter elegance feels effortless. The furniture is scaled perfectly for the space, the lighting is warm and layered, and every surface feels considered. Chanel influence guides the mood rather than dominating it. As you watch, imagine how this room adapts to daily life, quiet mornings, relaxed afternoons, and long winter nights. This is a space that offers comfort, dignity, and timeless beauty without ever feeling overstated. This scene feels quietly confident, where elegance comes from balance rather than decoration. Soft neutral tones create visual harmony, while tailored details add structure. Chanel aesthetics lend a sense of timelessness, making the room feel relevant today and years from now. As you take it in, notice how the winter atmosphere feels gentle and inviting. This living room proves that luxury can be calm, familiar, and deeply comforting. Here, the living room becomes a place of refuge. The textures, lighting, and proportions work together to create a sense of warmth and ease. Chanel-inspired restraint keeps the space elegant, while subtle country influences soften the edges. As you imagine sitting here during winter, you can feel how the room supports rest and conversation. It's a reminder that good design serves both beauty and everyday comfort. This scene emphasizes timeless character over trends. The classic shapes and neutral palette create a sense of continuity and calm. Chanel aesthetics appear in the careful balance and refined detailing. As you observe, notice how the room feels neither old nor new, but comfortably enduring. This is the kind of living room that grows with you, offering elegance and warmth through every season. In this living room, winter elegance is expressed through softness and clarity. Gentle lighting highlights textures without overwhelming the space. Chanel influence brings structure and confidence, while the overall mood remains welcoming. As you imagine living here, the room feels supportive and peaceful. It shows how thoughtful design can turn a small apartment into a place that feels grounded, refined, and quietly luxurious. This scene invites you to appreciate the beauty of balance. Every element feels measured, from furniture placement to material choice. Chanel aesthetics guide the restraint, allowing comfort to take center stage. As you watch, the winter mood feels calm rather than heavy. This living room demonstrates how elegance can be lived in, enjoyed daily, and appreciated slowly over time. Here, the living room feels composed and serene, shaped by timeless design principles. Neutral tones and refined textures create visual calm, while warm lighting adds depth. Chanel-inspired details offer subtle sophistication without excess. As you imagine winter evenings in this space, it feels reassuring and familiar. This is a room designed to support quiet moments, thoughtful living, and enduring comfort. This scene highlights how elegance can feel personal rather than formal. The Chanel influence appears in the clean lines and balanced composition, while the overall atmosphere remains soft and approachable. As you watch, notice how the winter setting feels inviting rather than dramatic. This living room proves that small spaces can feel generous when designed with care and sensitivity. In this living room, winter comfort is layered gently through texture and light. Chanel-inspired restraint keeps the design focused and calm. As you take it in, the space feels easy to live with, never demanding attention. It's a reminder that true luxury often feels quiet and reassuring. This room invites you to settle in, relax, and enjoy the season at your own pace. This scene blends elegance with warmth in a way that feels natural and sincere. The neutral palette creates harmony, while refined details add character. Chanel aesthetics guide the sense of balance, helping the room feel timeless. As you imagine daily life here, the space feels supportive and calm. Even in winter, it remains light, welcoming, and beautifully composed. Here, the living room reflects a mature sense of luxury. Nothing is rushed, nothing is excessive. Chanel-inspired design brings clarity, while winter textures add softness. As you watch, notice how the space feels steady and reassuring. This is a room designed for long-term enjoyment, offering comfort, elegance, and a sense of belonging within a small apartment. This scene focuses on harmony and proportion. The furniture feels perfectly placed, the lighting gentle and warm. Chanel aesthetics lend quiet confidence, allowing the room to feel timeless rather than trendy. As you imagine spending time here, the winter atmosphere feels comforting and calm. This living room shows how thoughtful design can transform everyday moments into something quietly special. In this final scene, winter elegance comes together in a balanced, serene composition. Chanel-inspired restraint, classic influences, and warm textures create a living room that feels complete. As you reflect on the space, it feels inviting, familiar, and enduring. This is not just a design concept, but a way of living calm, elegant, and deeply connected to comfort and beauty. Thank you for spending this time with TRK Studio. If this winter living room inspired you, please like the video, subscribe for more timeless interior stories, and leave a comment to share your thoughts. Your support helps us continue creating calm, elegant spaces designed for everyday living.